Greetings and welcome to my channel. I am doing my makeup today and all I have on is some sunscreen. Give me a second. All I have on is some local sunscreen that I bought in Costa Rica. Look at this. This is how I bought it and this is what it looks like. It's literally, I'm gonna put on a little more so you guys can see. But anyway, let's just get into the story. So self-love, what is self-love and how does one begin to practice it? I'm gonna share with you my own personal story currently and how I'm showing my self-love and how I'm overcoming, I guess, yeah, a breakup and realizing, you know what, no, this ain't worth it. So I'm gonna again put another layer just so you guys can see. So I think I got this pimple from the foundation or the new bronzer that I bought. Personally, I don't like to wear makeup. I just like to wear sunscreen to protect my face because I feel like this sunscreen, since it's handmade, like it's actually good for my skin, and like the other stuff that I was putting on my face was CC cream, like higher end products, right? But I feel like it made me break out like right here, and I don't like that, right? Okay, so I'm in New York City right now. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm about to move to another Airbnb because obviously, like, I have been trying to stabilize my life, right? For the past 6 months, I have been traveling with an individual. In January of this year, I met somebody that I had met online in Mexico, and the story went that we both love travel, we both considered ourselves spiritual, and we both had businesses. You know, it was like a 3 combo of like, oh wow, you're a cool person, I want to hang out with you and meet you, and maybe if things go well we could do other things together, you know, and hang out even more. So I committed to meeting this individual in San Cristobal de las Casas. And by the way, if you're watching, I'm sending you love and peace, and the only reason I'm sharing this is to inspire other women and not to bash on this person, like, at all. If anything, I'm so happy that I met them, and I'm so happy that, you know, we did everything that we did together, and I have so many beautiful memories now and lessons. But essentially, fast forward, you know, we traveled for around 6 months. We were in Mexico, we were in Guatemala, Belize, Costa Rica, where we spent most of our time. And then in between there, we traveled back to the US because we had events and stuff like that we wanted to go to, and also that were business events. So we were in Miami, we were in Austin, we were in Rochester, and then we were in El Paso. We both met each other's families and got like really acquainted really fast. I met all of his friends, he met some of my friends. But yeah, so fast forward, we are returning from Costa Rica. This is the second time we're returning to Rochester to be with his family. And like 5 days ago, he breaks up with me. Like, no conversation led up to it. It was more of just like, hey, I shared that I was struggling. He shared that he was feeling a lot of pressure and that, yeah, it's practically over. You know, there was like no framework to try to resolve our issues. It was just blatantly like, okay, look, I don't think it's gonna work anymore. And obviously my reaction was that of being really pissed off and like, you know, okay, so here's the first point. Self-love starts when you stop objectifying yourself and your body. And what I mean by that is when you stop making it an object for others, like satisfaction, you know. And in this case, I definitely was objectifying my body, and I definitely wasn't giving it the value that it was that it needs. And I allowed this person to come into my life without really testing out who they were truly, you know, for a couple of months. Yes, we FaceTimed for a month before we met, but that wasn't enough time to really know this person's intentions with me. And I later realized that that was absolutely necessary, you know, and I knew, right? We know. But I went ahead and got carried away by the travel opportunities and the business excitement, all of that. So that's number one, is you can't really say you love yourself if you're constantly obsessing about the way that your body looks and wanting to make it smaller and wanting to shrink it or wanting to change it in any way. Unless you're like objectifying it, you know? So I think true self-love starts when the objectification stops. And it doesn't even have to be like sexualization of our bodies. It could literally also be just like, oh, if I'm not this size, then I can't show my face. Or if I, you know, it could be anything. So I think appreciating your body wherever it's at, appreciating your face, appreciating the whole, you know, package of your being, that's number one. That's absolutely number one, because yeah, if you don't love yourself in a relationship, the other person will be allowed to walk all over you, you know, and take advantage of your vulnerabilities, and that leads to toxicity. So you have to really love yourself before you get into any sort of relationship. You have to really have a solid base for yourself before you get into any sort of relationship. And I'm talking about health, self-confidence, financial base. All of that needs to be really, really stable, because yeah, if not, you're gonna suffer, you know, and you know, you're gonna suffer regardless, but just learn the lessons that come your way, you know, at their time. But that's my piece of advice for that. Okay, now blush. Another thing about self-love is obviously self-care, and you know, the way that we see it or the way that it's presented on social media, self-care is seen as like, oh, go do your nails, or oh, go to the spa, get a massage, or oh, like just drink a cup of tea, whatever, you know, like meditate. I think self-care goes beyond anything that you practice as far as like, you know, pampering yourself, to even like self-care can be walking away from something. Self-care can be like voicing how you really feel. Self-care can actually be you protecting yourself and becoming your own parent, and knowing that if something is off, if something is out of balance, that you're taking the time, the effort, and the energy to put that back into a balanced state. And so for me right now, you know, I worked practically all day yesterday on my computer. I was sitting down, I didn't go out at all, and now my self-care is like, okay, my dog and I deserve to go to the park, which by the way, he's under the bed. If not, I would tell him to come out. But yeah, look, this pimple I think is definitely due to like all the stress that has been happening in my life. But I love it, you know, I can honor it, and I can honor my face and my skin and my bags and my sleep deprivation. Like all of it was necessary, right? To show me, okay, something's off here, but at the end of the day, like, you can take care of yourself, and you don't need another individual, you know, especially if that individual is causing or triggering issues within your life. So okay, third thing, I don't know if this bronzer is causing me, this is the Physicians Formula. Like, I've tried to use their products before and I feel like they cause breakups. Let me know in the comments below if that's the case for you, because I genuinely feel like I like this bronzer, you know, and I haven't used any of the products or any drugstore makeup in years. Okay, third thing for self-love is ultimately allowing yourself to reach out to others. Oh my god, this is so vital. This is so vital. Like, I most recently connected with an emotional eating coach and also a business coach, which I'm so excited to start the journey with her. I can't even wait. But she practically was telling me that whenever you're trying to heal any sort of addiction, you need connection. You know, like, connection heals addiction. That's what she said to me. And last night when I was feeling so low and so upset, and my body had reacted in a way that was like serious, you know, I had a bulimic episode, and the worst one that I've had in over a year. Mind you, it's like only the third one I've ever had like this year, so it's kind of a big deal. It's summer anyway, and I've been going through a lot this year, so I'm proud of myself. But yeah, she said we need to connect with people, and the reason that I still feel like the reason I still react in old behavioral patterns of like bulimic episodes is because I have this belief that I don't want to be a burden to anyone's problems, because I grew up in a home where I couldn't talk about what I was really going through without being judged or without being like turned against, or without, like I wasn't safe, you know, really sharing what I was going through or what I had done or anything. Like, my mom, I love her, my brother, I love him, but like they were never support systems for me, and that's like that was my home, you know? Like actual, well, my brother, he turned into a bit of a more emotional support than my mother. But anyway, so yeah, yesterday I called up 2 friends and talked to them about my situation, about like taking this person back that, you know, wanted to be back with me, right? Because they regretted the decision like that the same day. And last night I realized, like, look, I can't, something's off balance, you know, something's off balance, and I know what it is. I already know what it is, right? Okay, I'm just gonna add some mascara because I do feel like I'm wearing a lot now. I like tend to go overboard now. But alright, I'm just gonna set the makeup with some translucent powder. And you know I like natural cosmetics for the most part. So I'm using arrowroot flour, which is literally like an edible flour that I got a long time ago, but it's literally, I just put it in this little container. And it works literally like setting powder without all the chemicals, right? So yeah, I called up 2 friends and everything made so much sense. Everything made so much sense. And I'm not saying that this person, my ex-boyfriend, I guess, like caused my bulimic episodes, but that had been the only thing that had changed within those 2 days that I had like strong urges and anxiety, was when I had agreed to go back with him, you know? Otherwise, I had no issues at all regarding food and eating and all of that. Like, I was so proud of myself. And then as soon as I accepted this person back into my life, all of the issues started coming back up, and I take those very seriously because our body is constantly communicating to us, you know? And my body had communicated to me for a long time that I don't want to be near this person right now, you know? Even though I love them, even though I appreciate them as human beings, like romantically, I don't want to be in a committed relationship to them. I just don't. Like, I don't think they're the best match for me, and I think finally I was able to come out of it once I had a serious like revulsion, I guess a serious repulsion of energy as soon as I had made plans with him again, you know? So last night, as an act of self-love, I went on Airbnb and I booked myself a place to stay alone for the next month. So that's fun. All right, I'm gonna do this, so I have to look into the monitor. Oh my gosh. To be honest with you, I don't really like wearing mascara. That's why sometimes it's even more, I prefer just getting lash extensions, but even lash extensions can be a lot. And I'm not talking financially, but just like to take care of them and then watch them all fall out, and then yeah. But I might go get my own and do my own lash extensions. I don't know though. I personally like the look of not even wearing any makeup, but I also like the look of wearing makeup. So yeah, and especially as an act of self-love and self-care, I do feel like, you know, putting on a little bit of makeup, putting on a cute outfit, and going out into the world is therapeutic and medicinal, you know, especially when it's sunny outside, especially when there's so much life going on. And why not just conquer the day and let all the worries go, you know? Okay, so let's see. This mascara is not waterproof, so my eyelashes are probably not gonna stay curled. Let's just see what happens. But anyway, so yeah, it's an act of self-love to actually be able to take care of yourself and not feel like you depend on anyone, you know? Like, I spoke to a friend yesterday, the same friend, and she was like, dude, like, well, how much are you making now, you know, that you're back in the city? And I told her, and she was like, dude, like, why are you, like, you don't need this guy, like, for financial reasons, you know? Like, why are you even, like, thinking about going back? And it was such a wake-up call. Like, yeah, I don't need this individual. I really don't. I guess it's just, like, the physiological, neurochemical cocktails of the brain, right? That, like, make us addicted to someone. But I wouldn't even say I'm addicted. I'm grateful that everything has happened the way it has happened, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna have a call with him. He called me right in the beginning of me filming this video. And I have to tell him, like, look, I don't plan on going to Italy anymore. I just rented a place, and that's gonna be a little hard to just communicate, but that's how I really feel. That's how I really feel. Plus, this person dumped me, and I gave him my word. Like, if this is your decision, this is the final say, okay? If this is what you really want, then so be it. And if I go back on my word and show up to his parents' house, like, girl, what am I doing? Seriously. Anyway, that's the makeup look. I didn't really, like, do much. I'm wearing sunscreen, concealer. I did some brows, a little bit of blush and cheek action. Oh, and I just put some chapstick. I'm gonna change and then I'll show the review. Do my hair a little bit, wet it, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just putting my boots on. Chippa decided to come. Hi, my baby. I had some intense dreams last night. I can't really pinpoint them, but I know how they made me feel, you know? In essence, it was good. Baby, look, you can see her. Chiquita, come here. Come here. Okay, these are cool. Anyway, I'm wearing my own shirt that I designed. And it says, peace, love, hippiness. I just thought it was cute, you know, and I like the color too. I love the color orange in all its hues and yellow. So this is the fit. I'm just putting on my boots because we're gonna go walk. We're gonna go to Central Park. I'm so excited. Let's go, honey. It's been literally like almost a week since I went. I want to go pay my respects to John Lennon's memorial. That's what I always do when I go to Central Park. And maybe get like some matcha tea. You guys know, if you didn't know, I love matcha. Matcha's my drink of choice. But I just wanted to show you guys the fit, and excuse that trash can. Yeah,